fight, and Jungle and Cushy both win the 2v2 over by A main. That's going to be the Razorvines pop just to buy time over by B.
Standard comp?
Yeah, there it is. Slows it down a little bit. Texture can't quite break through, so continues to try to land a couple of pops.
Melons moment for me, that's actually true.
While the rest of the team, or well, I should say that the last two players try to re-clear Rubble again.
And I love that RQ is just waiting on B, because if they're going to rotate onto A, we just fall back, we go for the retake. But did they leave anyone else? Is there any movement on B? Now Texture just trying to buy time. He's tasked with the impossible of buying attention, but also ideally getting 1 or 2 frags. And eventually,
okay, final call's just been made, and it's a fake A into a C.
And Flash comes out as well. Oh boy, Texture
where are we going
trying
with
to hide back behind pillars alongside Yeoman.
Oh, they back off.
I feel like they wanted to group up and actually head over towards C after this, but once they re-cleared this, we've got a free A site.
New and refreshing look from RRQ.
Maybe Yeoman can win this just because he has so much utility. We've got Karen's Flash.
Right? Jemkin not really extending too far out. Well, the rest of the team, the trio, truly staying up by Baby Door.
Recording? Yeah, I gotta go.
On the site at the very least, though, but this is where you want to see that retake happen. Jemkin does have the paint shells, so he's kind of saving that for the right opportune moment.
Yeah, Estrella is quite far out, though, and now trying to bring up the rear, trying to clean up Rubble, but the rest of the team already has it cleared up.
So open door and create pressure, it's done.
Try to gain information that way. Meanwhile, the entire team of GenG on the site. It's a double, and it's a nice jump peek. Cushy with the trade, but Charon still holding strong on the site. 2 members left of GenG, 3 on the other side, but Jemkin and Xfero, they've already taken damage. Jemkin, can he win this duel? Charon's ready for it. Jemkin, there's the paint shells. He's going to force Charon to move, and Xfero will clean up the site.
Yeah, I was a little bit worried when they didn't open door to create pressure. Did they flash clear it and the flash didn't hit? I thought the flash hit.
Initial point of contact.
Maybe that's something I missed. Maybe the flash didn't hit.
That. Yo, GenG were kind of stunned up by it.
Yeah, you know, some things just never leave you, right? You join Paper X once and then WQ Gaming, the jump peaks out. I mean, it just doesn't ever leave. But this was a huge 2v2. The fact that you take down the Killjoy even in the pistol,
2-1 for pistols, right?
To have to move as a group, and then RRQ being patient, not overextending.
Yeah, we were trying to think that the other day.
Look at what you can get with that.
Might be a thing.
Wow. So they get to buy up 2 Guardians and 1 Bulldog, 1 Spectre.
Okay, it is 2-1 for RRQ on the pistols. And you gotta say that they've bought too much into this, no? They at least got the plant. A plant will probably save them here and they can get heavy armors. No plant might mean they get an outlaw out.
You have an extra flash. That suits RRQ a bit more, a team that likes to fight. Curious to see if GenG, just like Talon, will be able to draw out that shear wall nice and early to make sure they get those rotations. Uh-oh, spotted by both of those. Good hit onto Cushy. He actually gets the kill, but
Munchkin did awesome to get a kill there.
Still though.
And once they've insta-recleared A, so everyone moving over towards here to try and take space.
Trying to work around his teammate now, just up around Baby Door.
Are we just going to take a gamble?
Potential B push. I don't know if they're using the Yark Roach just yet. No intel so far. More thinking about the A site. Jemkin comes back in to reinvestigate.
Yeah, I like this call. We can get an upgrade as well. We get the 3 sheriffs, but that info's going.
Right away on that cam briefly, just making the call that there are members on Rubble. So now the weight shifting over, holding that blue room. You're not going to overinvest. Jemkin's still going to be alone on the site. We'll see if he can hold on to that rifle, because a rifle given over could spell danger for RRQ. Xfero's going to be there for the trade. Jemkin gets one. Xfero immediately peeks out. It's a good double team. And bouncing back and forth.
Nice. Jemkin tanked an Omen flash, but I think he got the first kill before the flash hit him. And they keep all 4 guns into this. And I would want to see an outlaw here. Because there were 3 people that bought too much. They can't get light. They can't get heavy armor.
So meant to win it, not losing out on too much. Cushy, the only one going down there, and Jemkin just holding strong on there, even despite being paranoid. But now we'll see GenG with the buy.
Still though, this is a chance, possibly for RRQ to fight back and convert that bonus. GenG will head back in towards Mound. This time, the buy setup not quite there. Arc Rose might have been broken.
Yeah, looks like Xfero still holding on to it. Not used just yet, because no trap play used over by Mound. It's just the shear wall. If they try to trip it, you can try to get a cheeky kill. But for now, all right, popping the Razor Vines as a measure to make sure that you can catch whoever is actually over the wall. That is a lot of utility already spent just from the jump peak, but now they have the Arc Rose there on the C
but it's a nice little
so
default.
Really, it comes down to Monyen. How much
the thing with the Vice, we're talking about how you kind of just forces you to default most of these rounds to go find that wall.
Yeah, you got to think about the possible TP, but there's only one of it now, so it's going to go straight into baby door. There it is. Into the smokes, trying to stay alive with the off angle, but he's been spotted out by the pawn. Paint shells will get sent through as well, but he manages
that's
to
nice though. Monyet's out of there.
away.
They did take a free side, realizing it was just a solo one person holding. Good understanding of where people be rotate wise. And what is that?
Huge kill, making sure that there isn't anyone still lurking around for a fast flood onto the A site. Meanwhile, over by the C side, they did hear Foxy9 rotating.
Isn't the Vice all
so RRQ now
easy to bait out? Yeah, but you got to go find it and bait it out. That's the issue. Because it's so strong when you don't bait it out and you actually just hit over towards the site. But it just means that you have to go find it and bait it out. That's why it's a nightmare. Like, you're forced to default.
Everybody covering a different angle. Covering all bases from RRQ. It's a double swing on a drop, and they both get sprayed down, lining up for
Okay, convincing round. Any kills? They can both go for it,
as good as it could have been. Monyet still going for a third, but there's gonna be no kills.
And not even an armory buy, because this is a regen armor. And Texture and Yeoman are one away from their ults, so
just a beautiful
you
way
would give them the advantage in this.
Kind of working across the map, you know, baiting out that utility from RRQ at the same time, right? Back into C, you deal with that wall, which is something that they are going to need to do a lot more often. But at the same time,
solid round, yeah, it's a solid round. It's a good reaction to seeing the solo Omen over towards A.
Into the site, Texture getting the first kill against Cushy really put
Odin comes out, and they go and aggro A, so let's see how much damage the Odin can do. Did at least melt some damage here.
Set up here by the A side.
0 bullets here.
Razor Vines as well. Boombot spots him. You know the Odin's there, but are you aware that it's going to be a 2-minute
I like the change up from RRQ. The wall gets spotted over towards C early, and then they insta-change it up. But they are so decisive right now. Texture tanks a flash, so he's got to pop his ult just in case he's getting swung on.
If he swings out, this could spell trouble. But the gun swap the timing.
Damn, he has the best timing ever, and this curve wall might save him. Oh, I thought he was going to lob.
Drawing out util. Avoiding the seas, there's smoke.
The opening of the door while that was going on, Fadeout's going to hit 2 here.
But look at the position of Munchkin.
Dude, Cushy's in trouble.
Just keeping everyone at bay.
Nice.
Cushy now trapped in drop. Jumpkin has to help him.
Jumpkin goes, saves him. Omen Flash. They realized the situation pretty well. They wrecked it fast.
He's getting caught from both sides.
It's devastating. Whoa, what is that? That's a nice shot though.
How is he still alive? Monyet finally finds an opening, and he will save his
this was mayhem. RRQ in the 3v4 reacted so fast. They realized Cushy was wrecked, and then they insta-sent it. Jemkin sent it out. Omen Flash as well, gave him some space to get out of there. Then he hit a nut shot. Looked like he was running.
Unfortunate for Xpero, who's like trying to swap on over to weapons inside a tree.
It's an impressive 3v5.
The showstopper, right? Pulls so much of the
what is that?
Away into him. It's just one
that's
guy.
An insane
that
shot.
Allows for Monyet alongside Cushy to kind of find those split
that's so
angles
fast,
to work their
bro.
way back into the site. So RRQ, not too bad.
It looked like a pre-fire, but it's not.
It's not too bad for them.
It's just so fast.
Yeah, I mean, especially considering that you spotted Cushy on the drop, but you just didn't have util left to draw him out. You use it all,
and then they spot the wall back over towards A, and now they put the wall back over towards C. Every single time RRQ gets sussed out a little bit, they're changing it up. You can see how they're playing, right? Viper, Vice, that's the double blockers, everyone else is going aggro.
Just trying to scout things out. Strand not quite in position.
Yeah, trying to spam, get some kills, I think. They heard the wall, so they can try... Oh, maybe they didn't go close enough to see the wall.
Shearwall still online as well. As you go back onto the other side of the map, you got Monyet up on top.
Cushy gonna clear that. It's an instant swing. I love the bait and switch, Cushy. I mean, when you have an initiator like that, you can go for these risky plays.
What?
So sharp with how he's able to swing
his last 3 kills.
This is now GenG without the numbers. You know, maybe Foxy9 sneaks through, but no.
Yeah, I gotta see this replay. Is he just out here cheating or something? Like, what's going on?
You gotta save.
Yeah, you gotta save. There's no option.
This guy's too good right now.
Noted right there before the smoke bloomed is at the shear wall a bit away from that gate, so that when the
because PC, dude, they're just allowing him to cheat. That first shot on A side is outrageous, and then he's now 2-tapped the people coming over towards A when they're both facing him at the same time.
When do we take that shear wall out to make sure that we're able to get through that C site?
Dude, give me this replay.
Slight adjustments, and that's kind of the impact of it all. You know, GenG can't quite find their way against that sheer wall, right? And at the same time now,
I call it timeout and just hope he calls off somehow and stops hitting these shots.
When you got this player
God.
here.
Cushy is... He's ridiculous.
That's after 180 shooting a...
yeah, it's ridiculous.
180 after shooting an eye.
Describe it all.
I really think he's in the running for the most impactful pickup in the offseason.
Yeah, no, I think he's really high up in the list.
What RRQ is able to do, because they're able to
especially if they 2-0 this. If they 2-0 this and he has a game similar to the first map, he's at the top of the list. That was nice. It's funny, they both wanted to go fast over towards A, but it felt like RRQ tanked so much of the util.
Not damage taken on anybody else. Meanwhile, Karon quite low with only 11 HP.
We are 20 seconds in, and Yeoman's used every bit of util, but they did get the first pick. And it was down to his util, so
set up towards rubble, not quite being
it
able
becomes
to
a
do
little
that
bit harder
does hurt
now.
RRQ quite a bit, so now they're kind of having to keep themselves anchored down into the A site. You know, watch the exits of Baby Door, especially where Xpharaoh is. But this does leave C a little bit open, so you're kind of banking on that sheer wall to do quite a bit as well. But right now, GenG still biding their time.
Yeah, they'll just hold. Now, I imagine that Foxy9 will have to trip this sheer at some point for it to work, but Yeoman getting spotted in rubble. That's unfortunate because you wanted to hide all
they cut sound and he wanted to create pressure.
But there's no movement from RRQ.
Beidou goes in. Does that not just force them to go over towards C? And here we go.
And there's the crosses straight.
The great trade, but he got the high HP.
Spike is still alive.
Okay, so Karen's able to kind of deliver
they
that
do get a
over
free
onto
sight.
C, while the rest of the team, though, working as a duo, trying to get a hit to cut off those rotations. You still have a 3-on-3, so this is possible. The Prowler goes into clear. Cushy is ready. Look at him. Able to gun down Munchkin, and Foxy9 has to back off. The Arc Roast to throw off his crosshair placement as well. Look at that peek. So quick, so smooth, so clean. It's down to Karen. He's 11 HP, but still maybe.
No way. I was going to say, how enough is he going to make this one doable?
What a great performance by both of these players.
No, yeah, it's insane what's going on here.
But Cushy,
Cushy's too good.
What are these shots coming out from the
He's top of the list, dude.
So incredible. Anticipation on top of it all, just to think that, hey, the spike got planned a little bit early. I got to use my Prowler check and clear spawn.
Yeah, and then still
what?
going because you know you
is...
tagged one with the Prowler, so it's still a 1v1. Foxy9 not able to.
I mean, that one is a pre-fire.
Really swing out.
That one is a pre-fire.
You hear the confidence in his voice as well.
Rookie of the year, yeah, might have found him.
As well. It was the fact that
it's going to be probably the most heavily contested thing to try and work out who was Rookie of the year. But he had an incredible fast best of 3, and if anything, he's playing better.
Buying a lot of time for the rotates.
Yeah, it's just so smart with how everything's playing out for RRQ right now. But at the same time, just cushy. That's truly been such a big factor for this current matchup, despite Karen's best efforts, or spraying through that smoke in the last moment before it blooms.
Well, so only 10 seconds left now, 10 seconds left now for GenG. Looks like Solo.
This is what I mean. Like you can, I feel like you could name about 15 people that should be on that list.
Right? I mean, we talked about it in that first match as well, but the sheer wall is unbreakable. That means you have to trip it at some point, otherwise it's free information. Otherwise it's so easy to shift your weight. You could go for a, like a cheeky 5-man jump over, trigger it all at the same time, but we've seen that, be a little bit of a mistake sometimes.
Okay, change up from RRQ, Omen Flash, Insta-Invest, Double Satchel, Fade, Eye, Deep, so we can get kills over the one-way. And of course it's just Cushy who's just involved in both of the fast kills here. And GenG wanted to go aggro over towards A and they've just been fully shut down. RRQ took a little bit of a risk, just Insta-investing the util, but what a payoff.
Avada Kedavra.
I feel like this had the read that they were going to send it out here.
Spikes down, and I mean, he might be able to.
Did everyone tank the Omen Flash? I felt like it got everyone apart from maybe the Race.
As well, so he peeks out And that's just the headshot. I mean, this is like a potential swing round pickup timeout from GenG, but RRQ gets ahead of it. You saw that paranoia through, and Jemkin, instead of, usually it would be like the Shrouded Step, but Jemkin blast packs in ahead of it.
Yeah, fade out was incredible.
Alongside the Haunt as well.
Yeah, the timing and then just the trade ready too. So as long as Jemkin stayed alive, the fight was always going to be RRQ's. And unfortunately...
Oh no!
Oh no!
Liking what he saw. Now, something that we noticed in that last round was also the vice setup was different on C side. It was a lot further behind. And now
in
this time,
loads of light armors and Munchkins insta-been dinked by the Odin. They lose A control in reaction to that. They push over towards B. Okay.
Come to me,
you take away his name there, I would say that was Munchkin. We need to see that more.
B3 he does, continuing to tap onto the door as well, just being able to
Meteor even. I'm way too tired. I'm calling GenG RRQ, I'm calling Munchkin, Meteor.
Numbers, it's not too likely.
Yeah, given the creds,
might need sleep after this one.
But with the Odin, perhaps Xfero,
close enough? Yeah, it's close enough.
Hide out, see if there's any overextensions. Meanwhile, on the side of GenG, you can't really afford anything lost here. So they're all holding close angles on site, ready to trade off of each other.
So ready. High-low on the boxes. Foxy9 right below. Even with the Odin, I mean, what are you going to do? Really drag your crosshair all over it?
Yeah, you got another one in you?
Foxy9 looking for that ace. He's already gotten the 4th.
See if he can get it. He only has
450
credits, so he's getting antsy.
Go.
Probably asking for permission. Munchkin, can I go? Can I go get this ace?
Somebody
oh, he's actually going to get the Joe.
He's been given the free reign. Oh, can he go? Shut down.
Yeah, he can rebuy. He had his ult anyway.
Foxy9 proving when he shines, where he shines. He's talked about it time and time again.
I still liked it from RRQ.
I would love to fight.
They just got wrecked.
When he has to start creating space and work the macro with the team, that's something
maybe the peak. I mean, he's off angle.
But man, yeah, when it's just like in ranked, it's 1v2, 1v3, he's ready as always.
Such a strong player in that regard. But somewhere on that stage, Texture's mind, he's chuckling away.
Oh, yeah.
It happened to you, too.
That would have been great if Texture actually just went out and stole it from him. He's like, not anymore. Well,
I respect GenG though. They got shut down so heavy over towards A. They insta-did it last round. They insta-do it this round as well.
Good on the defense on Lotus, so I don't think they'll be too worried if they can even get up to 6, maybe even 5. But we'll see if they can even get there first.
Needing any advantage possible, truly. All right, not quite able to hide from that boombot in the...
Yeah, similar reaction, right? Lose A, swing over towards it. This time they at least take the turret. It's going to create a lot of pressure that they might push behind. So we see Foxy9 disattached from the rest of the team. RRQ want to retake this, and I mean
something I think RRQ recognized from that boombot was the fact that it wasn't
is the Vice all good from heaven? It wouldn't get tree.
So they're just assuming that it's a lurk, whether it's Foxy9 or not.
So they might go to like what people do with the Killjoy ult. Yeah, go to stairs to do it.
It's that reach positioning, though, very key, right? The Prowler just coming in to clear out the top of Heaven, and GenG is kind of dwindling down that time, playing a lot around these positions. The lockdown gets deployed.
Flash was great. Texture caught out in the open. It's a good trade.
Starts to happen. A bit of kills, a bit of trades already through, and
Killjoy
trying to
in reaction.
to take that fight
this Killjoy was nice though.
So
they actually took no space over that.
These two players from RRQ will get detained. Cushy though comes
Cushy was outside of it. He's going for a hero play. He's tapping the spike early.
Karen will find his contact on towards Monyen. Oh, and a quick swing on the conversion into the double kill.
Oh my god, look at these rounds they're winning, dudes. This again was Cushy, by the way. He got a really important kill back a tree, and then insta-tap the spike creates the pressure, and then they will start focusing over towards the spike that Monyen can get to.
GenG to thinking there was only one at Baby Door. He sees the barrel and he goes for it, but behind that was
the tap of the spike means they're not looking at him.
And they just don't expect the second swing out. I mean, it all works. He's laughing because he knows it shouldn't have worked that way, but it does. Sometimes fate is funny, and it favors Monyet today.
Is fate truly
and they go for this A punish again.
Right now, we shall see as the next round plays out. Paint Shell's already through Hunt as well. Jemkin kind of thwarted by that Hunt.
Ooh.
Now in for it. It's Karen with the double kill.
The double TP from Karen. The TP close to the TP into corner. Yeah, and you can see someone pinged it afterwards. Nice shots, bro.
With xffero getting caught. I love that Karen.
Kind of hero rounds at the moment for GenG though, no?
Like, okay, you're trying to buy time. Doesn't look like it should be two of you on the site then. And he's looking for that second one. Estrella now all alone. Credits, of course, flowing for RRQ. But Yeoman, one away from the Nightfall. He's going to want this kill if he has a chance.
Viper Spit was a pretty good ult as well. But now, just kind of walking through, maybe trying to find something.
Second round was a hero round too. Trying to remember what the second round was.
If you don't find anyone soon,
oh, you're talking about
the
they
can still buy up
Foxy
as
9
well.
rounds.
So I don't know if there's really any point in potentially giving away this Nightfall. Yeoman's closing in. Yeah, and Estrella starts to back away. The call has been made to go for that save. Not give away another power ultimate. Because right now, RQ at 7, given how things started, they would like more in this first half.
No matter what, 7 is great.
So still pretty darn good round for GenG.
This is still
for that rebel control now.
So like it's gonna be interesting here because we've had 3 back-to-back aggro A's from GenG, and this is the first time they've like actually won and shut them down because of the double TP.
So they wait. Yeah, for the
I wonder if they want to like reactively hit over towards C if they do go aggro here.
Just proving that it was always going to be much more.
Yeah, and they got 2 people in position to take space if they do go aggro. I think they're going to react.
They're looking to kind of repeat those same successes.
Yes, go super aggro and
something a little bit different.
No, we late take.
Okay, still is Jemkin alongside Monyet. Gonna work around the Viper walls. Delayed paranoia.
Oh, my flash is insane again.
Monyet shuts down. Texture.
Oh god, it almost was a sick combo. Dude, imagine they lose this round, it's devastating for RRQ. Monyet's playing really well, by the way.
Left is Monyet alongside xffero.
Double Rosa. The first one wasn't too bad because he tanked the Omen flash, and then it was just like good positioning. The second one is going to feel a little bit guarded. So if you'd gone for this back wall, it would have tapped with the Fatal, and it would have been for sure too.
They could still go for a late push onto that C site. They could still group onto A. They wonder, whenever you give them a chance, RQ, they've always overextended and overheated. They'll wait for that chance, and they start to move at the 40-second mark.
Slowly moving. You do have Estrella right around the door, though, so if he does hear something and times it just right, might be able to clip someone on the way back.
This should be a sheer wall, and then Razorvine activated, and Estrella might open the door for a spray down, because at 20 seconds, they all have to try to jump over. They're actually just going to use the Razorvine, so they can't actually speed through it. It's going to buy so much time.
I think the spike has to go through fast.
Only one gets through.
Guys, throw the spike over.
The spike's not through. Throw it over. There it is. Tossed over. Should get planted.
Yes, super worried for a minute.
Down, doesn't find the hit. Estrella will draw out a lot of attention. Finds one target.
Nice shot.
Gets taken down, and
nice
that
shot.
is the retake opportunity denied by GenG.
Yeah, might be able to get 5 here as well.
GenG just brings
Yeoman
it across the finishing line.
running at this game with a knife out in like 5 seconds.
Had the setup for the back of that play as well.
Yeah, great timing with the Razorvine, but now Cred's starting to get.
I'm not even checking these corners. I'm pistol jumping out.
xffero, I mean, you can buy for each other, but the chances just aren't there. Yeoman still doesn't have that Nightfall, so you just say, you know what, we won't greed for this. xffero will back out all the way to the other corner of the map. Going up to 4 rounds for GenG. If they can make it 5-7, I think if you're a GenG fan, you have full faith on their defensive setups on this map.
Pretty much. Oh, Yeoman.
Yeoman wants it. He wants that Nightfall.
Okay, we're good.
Hey, nice. No peek on this one.
You won't get it. Obviously, you have your pick
Don't
of
give him the kill
from
for
the
the comms.
side.
Still, though, as you go into the last round of the first half, I mean, right now, just thinking about that same A setup, because GenG has been able to break that.
Nobody went 38 to 17. Went 38 to 17. Got 38. How many overtimes are this?
To see from RRQ, given that their trading and their positions has been read so
I went
hard
16-14 again.
But this time they go even harder in. It's a 4-man push out, trying to push them into C site where they have double Razor Vines and the Arbors ready to go. Paint shells should
one pass and insta send fake.
Texture all alone. He gets
yeah,
down.
and then
That's
because of the wall they can clear this.
And now everyone trapped. Paranoia comes out. He's been caught. Munchkin spike dropped behind rubble. Monyet holding strong.
Goes out for another peek though. Oh, and he's working against 2 players on either side. So unfortunately,
at least get the trade.
Falls.
It was a little bit questionable for the knife out jump across. I thought they spotted him.
He has to just hold.
Maybe they spotted him so far back that he thought he went around the corner.
There's a nightfall. Estrella will just stand outside of it. Now the one-way draw, but that buys time for Xfero to
3v3, and it feels like it's must-win for GenG. They don't have too much space. Estrella has a smoke. He could throw this over towards tree if he wanted.
Buy some of that attention away, allow for Estrella to get a little bit closer in and find some possible.
Oh, he's miles away. He's the guy heaven.
Look at how Karen's just continuing to try to hold that off. Paranoia sent through Prowler from tree as well. Now their own Prowler spots out at least one player, so trying to sneak on through to get that pinch. Unfortunately, Estrella's already gunned down. Foxy9 ready to receive. The Fox in the henhouse strikes again.
Nice from Foxy9.
Again, these are the fights
yeah, we got some confidence with that 3K, and then we're just out here fragging heavy.
I'm looking over. We have Dwenmo, who is a streamer under the GenG banner. Of
course, I mean, 5 is
playing on Team IM as well before they had to
5 is doable.
But he's cheering right now. He's so happy to see Foxy9 really find his stride in this new team, coming over from TRX, and even then, perhaps not really being given the chance that a lot of people hope to see. And now he says, all right, bring the fight to me. Set me up. I'll be able to collect.
So beautiful with how he does it as well. I mean, like, tiny little movements. First of all, perfect crosshair placement, and then slicing the pie ever so slightly outwards as opponents kind of swing into him, thinking
yeah, they've had a good
with
defense
that
before in the past. You would imagine it's the same.
Being able to end that first half 7-5, not too bad for GenG. You can definitely bet
they do the Viper Molly on A, which means they have faster rotate. Like they do the Viper Molly on B that gets close to A, which means they have fast rotate. That'll be nice.
How do you work against that?
I mean, RRQ though, like they should.
Quite a while.
Does the Vice do anything crazy on attack that I'm not thinking of? Other than Fawns for after plant so you can't flood in.
Break down GenG's defensive setup.
The flash you can just do over towards C, so maybe C controls easier if he gets shot.
All the different combinations
you can use more util.
The poison cloud and the toxic screen. So you still have a raise. You're still able to delete all of this. You don't have to take as many risks as if it was a sheer wall with that Vice. So RRQ should have some ideas, but the real question is what's the timing there? And also, do you want to invest the paint shells? Because you don't want to do it every time, because then you can't fight rubble. So it's going to be a very careful choice of macro. And right now, it's
that's a
raid
boss.
For the Pistless. GenG, they're going to go for a classic push out of mount.
Armor Sheriff. GenG go for their classic. They're bringing it back. The double sheriffs. Honestly, their win rate with double sheriffs is very, very high for pistols.
Foxy9 is already prepared for that A hit.
Yeah, I mean, RRQ. Not wise to it just yet.
Oh, that's interesting.
They saw the TMV video saying that sheriffs lose pistols, and they did the opposite. And then they started winning all their pistols.
It's also double sheriffs for Karen and Foxy9.
Sid Raichu, thank you so much for the prime. Thank you. I'm never gonna let TMV live that one down. It was so good. The timing of it is incredible as well.
Still 3 members flanking around. I mean, you might expect 1 or 2, but Estrella, does he expect this many?
Well, it's all up to him.
Uh-oh. Did he think he cleared it with the jump spot? Okay, Karen is on top of that.
He catches sight of 2 crossing over. 1 now tapping the door.
Flash though. Where's the flash? By tree?
The Paranoia as well. Oh, just a little bit too far exposed up towards the stairs area. And that's where GenG strikes. Karen Texture able to get 1 for their own. Jemkin kind of fighting back a little
double
bit.
sheriff, still got that win rate.
Off with the poison cloud as well. GenG picks up the round and now looking to equalize the score.
Yeah, that should bring them up to 7 in theory. It's a good wraparound and just noticed a bit too late. And then the util, really well placed by GenG. RRQ always on the back foot with some of their answers. Clean shots, Paranoias pushing them away, back and forth, and Cushy not able to, I mean, the angles just weren't really perfectly placed for RRQ here. But they had a little bit of time to hold on.
Damn.
Oh, that's what I was hearing.
We're fired up.
What's going on, Karon?
Let's go.
You know, he's
Wait,
no longer the
no, he's
youngest on
pretty
the team.
silent
He starts
normally.
to roar, really show his true colors here on GenG. Roaring like a tiger indeed.
Heck yeah, that just got me fired up.
See if that energy
Okay, we got
continues
Fade
here.
Eye over
Anti-Eco,
towards A, completely
five-man
clears
buy.
everything. Fade Eye over
Four
towards C,
rifles,
got shot,
one
so
Spectre,
we
Charon.
do a CB default just in
Not
case
able
anyone's
to
close
land
with a
shot just
Prowler.
yet, but he'll play it safe. He has support from Blue Room.
Still relatively reserved, so being able to control a lot of it as well. On the other side with Munchkin, that's going to be the Spectre to take down at least one player.
Does Monyet think he's playing against a Vice? What was this?
Yeah, seemed like an overly aggressive jump peek.
Yeah, I don't understand Monyet here. Has he been practicing too much against Vices? And he was like, well, better go trigger the wall.
That's fine.
That's not here.
Obviously not completely necessary just yet, given that it's not a Vice. Either way, he gets taken down. GenG, no reason to shift. Texture will in fact push towards Rebel, and this should be a pretty safe hold with the default.
And down to the minute mark, just spotting a lot of this out now.
Poor guy. Poor guy tanked the Omen Flash. There's a lot of damage done, but is it not just all from the wall and the tether? Yeah, it is.
With the side, okay, not quite connecting just yet, but
oh my god. Oh my god. There's no way he hit that spam. Alright, give me this replay. Please give me this replay.
In a flawless fashion for GenG.
Texture's only one away from the showstopper.
That's
the real big deal right now.
Chat, this is big. Watch it.
That matters a lot. You're able to carry over all your weapons. That's huge. But one away from the showstopper, that could be what really helps you turn the bonus around for yourselves.
Holy, that's the planner.
Such a big power.
That's incredible.
For sure. So that's definitely one thing to keep your eyes on the books for the next round.
That's sick.
Texture is a happy GenG.
Now let's see if he's able to collect that last point. They are going to push towards smoke and then the C's as well. It's perfect.
Damn, the timing on that is...
And that is the
you actually can't get any better. I used to compliment T1. They were the best this last year. This was up there. This was the most perfect timing ever.
Texture's positioning as well. I mean, such a good spot to be in. If he starts to hear more
the nades popping as the tether lands.
And no one's really found, so this call.
Stuff's hard to do. We're out here right at server timing, that for sure.
And in for Texture as well. The boombot just to check.
Paranoia as well. This is a setup.
Okay.
The moment they hear any sort of util, or maybe even this door being broken, does the showstopper come out? It's perfect! Only gets
Lock them in. Yeah, it's the first buy round. They're throwing everything into it. At the moment, there is no damage done from RRQ from their first buy rounds. It's devastating.
We've seen this time and time again. You don't hit that C site early enough from GenG. You don't force them to switch up that defensive default. And then they can start to run away in the second half.
It's just full on wreckage from GenG with Texture performing like this.
I think there was a Fade Eye deep as well at the same time. I wasn't fully watching.
Find some solution, but at least for now, with a bit of a slight save, Estrella will be able to find Texture down.
Yeah, you have to save these rifles. Because now you're going to be straggling behind. 7 to 8, one round, but of course the econ not in your favor.
10 seconds left.
You gotta imagine, we gotta accept the 7-9 2-round differential.
Save the 2 guns, gotta happen. Munchkin.
Australia, they're coming for it.
Is there another gun for him?
Okay.
Does Munchkin even... Are we gonna juggle some guns here? Yeah, Karen's going for it, right?
From the reaches of that hunt, but
yeah,
still,
Karen threw him a gun. And managed to upgrade the Guardian. That was nice from them.
Need to find a
little min-max to make sure they can get the guns.
That early pressure.
And their money's incredible. This was really cool. Wall up to block it, Omen Flash as well. Very nice.
Yo, we just haven't even explored it. Sure. Getting caught off guard a little bit on that kill from Estrella, but there's that timeout. And listen, fighting for Rubble, always a highlight of Lotus, sure, but you have to be able to push and pull. You have to tell GenG that you are going to work the entire map, because otherwise they'll just wait, they'll counter you at Rubble, and then they'll keep you trapped. There's just no pressure on the other side of the map.
The combos? Yeah, the combos are... I mean, the nade tether is... Honestly, it was kind of surprising how many people did the fade and the raise, but never timed their
So I can imagine
they never
two
actually like
things, but
proper put the server time in for the Tether nade timing.
You still try to go for a variation on the Rubble fight. See if GenG
no
still
joke,
goes
like
for the
T1
C's
would
combo
average
with the
about
pink
2-3
shells
kills.
and see what you can work out, because either way,
And every other team would always get like close to it, but the time would be slightly off.
You do have 2 rifles, so that's
like they're kind of throwing at the same time.
But maybe the next round you start to work out that C site, because
But
going
it's like
right away for some hard pressure
Tether first and then nade later, so they explode, pops as the 80 damage is done.
It's going to be just a rematch over by the A side, and they're buying up.
But it's only slightly later as well. It's not like much.
The blast packs have to put Jemkin ahead of Rubble, but look at the pings. They're already pinging for it.
Okay. Oh, it's the Arc Rose and the TP, but GenG actually holds on to their utility for now.
Yeah, and meanwhile, Monyet far forward as well. So both sides kind of having the read on each other, right?
Boaster? Boaster, I was talking about your jet op arc at the beginning of the game.
Nothing spotted too far off.
Just playing you on split. You just jet sending it with an op. Those are the days.
Yeah, this could be a pinch onto B, but GenG trying to get ahead of it.
Go dark. Yeah, he's slowly going back there. That's the thing. Next year he's actually just fully embracing it and going jet again.
Does he go for the classic 4K? He's on
solid fight over towards A.
From C site. They'll just delay.
Yeah, they're just letting him take space at the moment. It's wrecking him.
And whatnot, but I mean, this is a big advantage for GenG. Paint shells refresh and everything.
Legendary jet IGL before his time. That's actually very accurate.
It's 2 players only left on RQ again.
Yeah, you have to save again, right? Because you forced up. Otherwise, the economy really starts to crumble.
Texture, yeah. I mean, these runs from GenG have been so convincing.
He's got the nades.
We all know how this ends. We all know exactly
the only time RRQ getting kills at the moment is when they start hunting a little bit.
Let Texture have the suspense.
We can't skip to the last page of the book.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll give him a chance. All right, Texture. He's right nearby.
10 seconds.
Can he get
through
the ever-elusive ace?
Come on, Texture.
Gets 4. Can he get it? X-Sparrow doesn't.
Honestly, I think Texture's the only person where I actually want him to get the 4K.
Texture, you will continue
every single time I'm like, dude, I know this reaction's going to be good. Show me it.
Set up for him too.
Low HP. You got wall banged at the last second. I mean, like, low HP. God.
I mean, Texture,
here we go.
This is your destiny, man. Listen, I suggest that he now just tries to go for world's most 4Ks. How in the world? Why always does this happen?
That's sick.
Oh, man. Well, you feel for him. So, yeah, now there's the pressure onto that C site, something they haven't done yet. But GenG,
it is legit every single time. It's incredible.
Okay, they go for a variation on Rubble. You're still waiting. The late setup, once they hear that noise, coming out onto that C site.
And Texture is 2 points away from his ult, so that's another thing. But right now, great IGL. Just continuing to hold on the other side.
Look at the setup for Foxy9 as well. Munchkin kind of drawing their attention all the way to the back of elbow.
What do we got in there?
Foxy9 holding close.
Double Guardian Heroes.
Fight there for RRQ. A nice attempt at a swing out from Estrella, but he won't quite find the kill.
Yeah, we got a little bit of pressure over towards A. Pull it rotates. Over.
Information for GenG
maybe one more. Open door. Wait, these guys have been silent. Don't open door.
But the important thing here is that RQ is trying to use the entire map. They are trying to force GenG to lack information. The bigger problem being that you just haven't
smoke invested as well. The good news is for GenG at the moment, they're taking a little bit of a gamble, but it's mostly because they've got the turret up over towards B. And it's making sure they can go too strong. Otherwise, this A control really would have forced the killjoy across. RQ have a good call on this.
Through this, but they
actually could not have been any better.
A bit of a trade one-on-one. Texture.
Sure, he finds one. And he get the second. He does. Sight empty so far. He's going to push them out. He jumps right into the hands of Jemkin.
And delivers a gun and an ult.
Drops behind him. DPU's already going through. All the way back. Gets 1 kill. Opens things up for Estrella. Here's the gun upgrade. 1v1. Foxy9 versus Jemkin, but time on Jemkin's side.
Wants to swing off the tap.
He baits him in. Jemkin jiggles back and forth once more.
Oh, 9 HP. That's incredibly unlucky for Jemkin. It was a great mid-round call, to be honest.
So ready to receive and hold time and time again. He just
shout out to Texture. Texture made this one doable.
Not lose it whenever he's holding the angle. This time around was a bit of elevation that saved his life, but still being able to be so cool and calm and taking that burst down against Jemkin.
You have to imagine how he even started as a duelist. I mean, he's just fit for a sentinel. Let them come to me, I win those duels.
Did give him an ult and a gun though.
Less pressure, he looks so much calmer when he's
choose to ignore that bit.
When they have to re-peek him.
Oh, look at him.
Tester's saying, yeah, you just have to win first. Yeah, there you go. Bring us around.
Well, 10-7 is looking a lot better, but it is a buy up now for RRQ.
Instant flash over towards A from GenG and the fade eye from pretty far back as well. Okay, so looking like GenG were expecting an instant reaction from RRQ. We also have, okay, now they get over, okay, this is nice, dude. The A pressure, and then they go set up for once this orb is about to be taken to make sure they can trap play with 4. They don't have the Omen flash though, so they could get wrecked.
Gets one, but the showstopper pushes everybody back. RRQ frantically trying to rotate to the other side. GenG, they're closing in. Textures
tried to catch him with the TP, knew where he was going to go. Let's see what Foxy9's got.
But now the nano swarms, the Killjoy setup. Why is it on A side? RRQ, they can't look for the answers. They have to push through.
Has to get one.
I mean, it's a good mid-round call trying to make it happen.
He got the high HP. No, he's got 2.
The second kill now out. And on
3.
the top is Munchkin as well, but Foxy9 manages to do it all by himself. Not the last one though, Xfero. Able to strike back, goes for the desperate plant to maybe get onto the steel guard, but not quite enough.
He did incredible.
GenG already have the site surrounded.
Yeah, dude, it's just convincing rounds.
GenG with Meteor was all about pushing out for the right timings by Meteor. This time it's all about letting them come to Foxy9 because they are just not able to break through this guy when he's waiting on the site.
I think we should get more tournaments in the offseason and have some rounds showing comms. I mean, it's great for us. It's not great for teams.
With the reads and the showstopper and the kills from Texture as well, just to funnel them in towards Foxy9.
But it is nice to hear, yeah.
I mean, waiting out the paranoia, just understanding that he has space at the back of sight. Confidence coming back up as well, starting to look a bit more relaxed. There is that second time out from RRQ, not wanting to let it get to map point. The nightmares of the past starting to loom over them. They've been here so many times before.
Foxy9, yeah, he had a rough like what, 4, 5 rounds.
Quite able to really find an answer or solution against GenG's defenses, but still a little bit credit.
He's just been incredible.
Able to bring this score across so far.
Does GenG play all 7 maps? Mate, I have no idea. It's their first game.
Side
Dude, how am I meant to know that?
So they can not feel too bad right now.
No, we got some Foxy9 fans. That's his full Korean name. Oh, Jae-sung Jung, or Chung Jae-sung in Korean. So a lot of the, because especially in their comms, they're all calling first names. A lot of the fans just call Foxy9 by his name, Jae-sung-yi. That's what they'll call him, affectionately. And right now, he's starting to deliver. 15-11. Texture, meanwhile, 19-12. Lockdown available for Foxy9. RRQ, they've got a couple ults as well. Nightfall and Steel Garden. But haven't really found an opportunity to use them just yet. Half armors across the board.
Well, now's as good a time as any.
All right, just creeping forward. It's going to be an all-in.
I like this from RRQ.
Push him back and take that
Surely
space.
we wouldn't just fast pop C after we burnt. Kind of like an instant reaction after hearing the push from A as well. Like they didn't hear the push, but last round happened because they heard the push. They still always just go over towards here, but just more indecisive to sight here. And someone's going to frag out, and it's probably going to be the Viper. Can they get the good plant and then get the Viper down? Yeah, they can.
No opportunity found. Texture will take
I
the advantage.
think they maybe missed a window, but they didn't have info.
Spike has been retrieved, but they're stuck on the site. They notice that Estrella is there. Sparrow trying to hold close. He can't get the first kill. Estrella all alone against the world.
Very nice, man. GenG just
way,
it's way too convincing. Yeah, all comes down to Haven.
Ultimate spent, but still to no avail.
What did GenG using on Haven last year? Viper stuff, right?
12-7.
I mean, this was just good backing up as well.
But then they started using Neon.
That lockdown, and then Texture coming in for the save since he wasn't as affected by the Steel Garden. And this round is important for GenG because even future teams watching it will notice that it wasn't the
played Neon in
setup that was
off-season.
delaying them. It was just Foxy9
Sorry,
delay,
5
and
chances.
Then you had the C's
5
ready
chances. I
from
don't
Yeoman.
think this is
So
going
they've got some
too low.
variations on how to stop the spike from getting planted immediately, and they trust in Foxy9 to re-peek for that kill.
Bring them down.
Just being able to find that minute little timing. But off to the next round, once again, another attempt at the C hit. Straight in, it's going to be Jemkin towards the back of the site.
Yeah, if they can get that
Crowd
plant down.
clear, nothing's
That's
found.
nice.
So
Good
maybe another
reaction
round
from
where they
GenG.
do get that spike, but
Becomes the
how
good
do
Viper
they
roll.
hold and deal with
Not
it?
the good
That's
plan,
question.
though.
The Viper's pit does come up, so maybe, just maybe the solution for RQ.
No one holding
they
here.
gotta hold on to this pit,
I'm
but I would love to see a
worried.
couple more members maybe
'Cause
towards the
this
back of the site,
path
'cause
is
right
a
now,
thing as well.
if they barrel through and you start to lose a Viper, it's a little dangerous. They're trying to make
The
sure
good
other
news
people get
for
first contact.
RRQ is
Closing in
the
with
3 that have
shorty.
to play.
He's trying to chase Dizzy. No one person
Like,
is close.
it's
There's
weird
the Prowler.
because
They're
normally
still
the
hiding
3
away
would
with
have to
Estrella.
play
He
here,
gets
but
one.
because we can see the
Goes for
Viper, we know
reposition
that
right outside.
it's
Monyet caught out. Estrella
Foxy that has
safe
to.
outside of the pit. Can he refresh it? He gets another kill. Gets back into the pit. They continue to keep it up, and now it's just Munchkin left. And that's
Yeah,
going to
very
be
nice.
Cushy cleaning things up. Now up to 8, but still 4 more
Sure.
rounds to push through.
Yeah, 4 rounds, 4 chances for GenG to get across that
I think
finishing
GenG
line,
here,
but still
the plan
for
was so
RQ, not
fine.
too
Like,
bad
they're
of a
pushing
round.
behind.
Viper's
If anything,
pit
I was
up to
just
keep
surprised
that
that they
spike
didn't
in
go to
play.
like the normal
And
Viper
truly,
roll,
you know,
where
even
then
though
you
they didn't
plant
have
on the
anyone towards
corner.
back of side, it was just
That's what
Cushy
most
to
teams do with that
continue to
Viper roll.
jiggle, hold, and check
It
if
was
there
just
is
one that
anyone
was more
pushing on the spawn.
committed over
Because
towards
there
site, so when they
wasn't
actually
anyone
pushed over
truly coming up
towards
for that
mounds
area.
in reaction,
Everyone just kind of hunkered down to
it ended up
protect
being the most
Estrella, coming with
perfect
those
ult
sprays
against
and
it.
spams. And it
But
kind
if it
of
was
just
the ult that
connected
most
into
people
some of the
go
Gen
for, I
players
think
as
this
they
would have
try to make
worked.
their way through. So, next round coming up now, and we're back into A.
Like, it wasn't a bad
This
idea
has
at
been the
all.
problem.
Yeah, a successful hit onto C and now trying to push onto A, but RRQ, they have to realize they have to go fast because they've given up on all information. You just have the sheer wall to get
Lose
information
A
on
control and
flank.
reaction,
It's
double
an
push
all
over
in.
towards
Can he
C.
battle through? You know Yeoman's here.
Wolves
What's the
invested,
double
we've got
peeker?
no
There's the
backup
C's,
option
but he's
towards
way
B, so
beyond
they're
it. He
sending
only
it.
gets one. Cushy for the trade. Paranoia will
Use
keep
this
them
on
at bay.
site, texture, let's see.
Waiting on site. Finds Monyet. It's a duel,
What a
and
shot.
Monyet wins out over texture. Spike will get planted.
Wonder if there's a little arc rose
Yeah,
there,
and they
but
know
it does help out
they know at least
nonetheless,
one
and
is behind
because of that, the spike
because
in
the
their
wall
favor.
goes.
We have the smoke
The
on
gun was
Tevin
stuck
as
on the
well,
wall
just
and it
trying to
looked
look
like
and
someone
suss
was
out
holding
for
the angle.
Kieran. River running a little bit dry for GenG. They will still be able to fight for now, so continuing to kind of keep that pressure on. 2 players from the back looking to push up, but Estrella spots them out. Tries to tuck behind for a bit of an off angle now. Snakebite will flush him out. The door peek as well, though, for Foxy9. Takes down
Big Joe for
Xpharaoh.
Munchkin.
That's a little bit more space.
Yeah.
Estrella takes down
He
Munchkin.
just won the round,
so
I think.
looking a little bit better for RRQ now, but Kieran doubles back. Foxy9 sticks onto the spike, and Monyet has the swing. Goes in for the spray transfer, but not quite connecting, and Foxy9!
Okay. That is his third 3K, right?
The new
Maybe
pickup
even
of
4.
GenG.
Foxy9.
So people doubted him.
If
So
we're gonna
many
be playing
people
like
said,
this,
how
then
could you lose out on Meteor?
I'm on board.
But he says, I have my spot. I've earned my seat here at the table of GenG.
So unbelievable with how he's able to create these
Great performance
moments
from him.
again and again.